just a couple of quick points of kind of the butterfly guard, just going around and making a few adjustments. Some of us, it's probably a first time playing the butterfly guard, but like, I need to have my knees flared out, because this is where, you know, he can't just kind of bulldoze me over and end up in a mount position. If I get into a habit of having like a straight edge, just so I don't attack you, okay, if I get into the habit of doing this, he's just going to pass the mount. So I now have no guard, do I? So what gives us a guard when we're in butterfly guard is a knees flared out, okay? So just try and remember that. Even when I turn onto an angle, my knees are flared out, okay? So what a few of us are doing at the moment is we're entering into the butterfly guard. We've got a really good butterfly guard with our knees flared, but when we start adopting this kind of position here, this knee comes across. If this knee comes across, it does nothing. It's just going to get squished and you're going to get past. So you've always got to have your knees flared out. So if Jay's in this position, my knee's flared out on the outside. Anytime he attempts to push that knee through, yeah, I've got to make a decision. Have I been on the thigh master trying to drive that knee out, or do I back out, reset, and re-enter? Okay, so if I enter into here and Jay starts pushing my knee across, okay, have I got to power my knee back to get on the outside, or as he pushes his knee, just decide to reset and re-enter? So I'm in the flared position. So we're always adopting this as a start position. Anything happens where that happens, where our knees are going together, yeah, we back out, reset, and go back in. Okay. Our other option, if it keeps happening or we're worried that we're going to lose guard altogether, is we reset and we pull full guard. Okay, so just have that in the back of your mind. Okay. So one of the options that we've got, because we're using a longer range attachment in the underhook, I'm going to come into here, I'm going to hook, okay? So, if you're struggling to get round to grab the elbows, so if I'm struggling to get on the outside, like you might be hand fighting, so I am having to rely on kind of controlling the wrist, because I just cannot get over to this position, okay, we've got another option. But, my first option from this position is always to come around the back of the elbow and pull the arm in, okay? If I want to go for the sweep and I grab the wrist, he's going to wrist roll, so we end up in this weird fighting position all the time. Okay? Once I get to here, and I suck that elbow into my chest, you can't close, but you can't also wrist roll. And that's because I've reduced the amount of limbs that can rotate. Okay? So, I grab here, he can roll his wrist. I grab here, he rolls his elbow. I grab here, he can roll his shoulder. Okay? So, I'm isolating all of that and reducing his ability to be able to just roll his shoulder. Okay? But because I'm attaching and keeping this super tight, his shoulder roll's not helping. Having the underhook on the far side, keeping him in, makes it even more useless. Okay? And then that leg's flared out, so now it becomes a kick, and we kick through. Okay? But Sven, you said, what if you can't get that elbow? Great question. Okay? We have another option. So I'm going to underhook still, head staying on the inside, okay? And then from here, I'm still doing the same thing, coming out to the side, then creating a little bit of an angle. I'm going to grab the wrist, okay? And he's going to wrist roll. Okay? And again, I have to do it again, wrist roll. Okay, can anyone see what I'm doing? I am doing some fancy handwork, that's right. But what I'm doing is I'm changing the angle of where the exit is. So like there, if Jay points his thumb to me and pulls, it's going to go out. Okay. If I go underneath, it adjusts. But I just keep rolling and following that arm. Okay. He's going to get out. So as you can see, when we're doing this, there is a time when he's going to get out. Okay. Which is absolutely fine. But I just need a couple of seconds. Okay? So what I'm going to do is when I get control, and we're not going to fight it just yet, we are going to do some isolation rounds, I'm going to change from a butterfly guard to a hip guard. Okay? So I'm going to pull a little bit, feet on the inside, this leg's going to go over the top and pull into a diamond position. Okay? So if you know you're not going to go for the sweep, what you might do you might go a little bit further out. Because the underhook gives us a little bit more range. So again, grab that wrist, might come in a little bit, get that underhook. Yeah, it's a lot easier now to go foot, shoulder, shoulder, diamond. Okay. You guys who are young and flexible, you might just kind of flip them legs over, snap that diamond straight on. Just have a little play at that, yeah, attacking for the diamond position. Does that make sense? Give it a go. 1, 2, 3.